episode 5, we are talking about how our environment, social, and governance issues connected. We all saw, the separate pieces, E, S, G. Yeah, somewhere we refer to each other. But what is the connection? When we need to keep track of something as important as environment, as important as society and social issues, how do we do it? We need governance to do it. Very simple. So governance is nothing but the glue to put together E and S and make sure it stays together and does not fall apart. That is governance or the role of governance. And that is how they are connected. How are E and S connected? Very simple. Can environment and society exist separately? Can you have just trees and everything on Earth and we are living on Mars as people? It's not going to happen. We are one solid, integrated one. Without E, S is not there. Without S, E is not there. And without G, E and S are not there, right? So I think it's pretty obvious how they are connected. So let's try and see a little more about this, with the help of an example. Let us say that, all of us during COVID, me included, we're all guilty of becoming lazy. And I just stopped exercising at one point of time. Now you have to get back in action. I know you are in school studying online and all of that, maybe 8, 10 hours a day. I don't know how you'll manage it. I never studied so much. But after that, you still need to take out time for some exercise, for some games, maybe play football downstairs or whatever it is that you like to do, but you don't get it. And then you decide, remember in the first activity, breathe the air, and let's say you decide the morning air is good for me, not the evening air. Now you want to breathe in the morning air in a good environment. You want to exercise because you want to become healthy. And when you do that, you will demonstrate to others. So you're proving a social goal. So now you have two lofty objectives, environment and society. Now what do you have to do? How do you have to manage? You have E, you have S. But for that, you need to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. This is hypothetical. And do it every day. How are you going to do it? You need some mechanism, right? What is the best mechanism? Tell mom or dad, as the case may be. Now, once you tell them, you know what they are going to do, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you slept at 12 or not, whether you're playing games or not, they will wake you up at 6 o'clock. And they know you will not wake up if you they just shake you or shout your name. So they will do something else, which my mom used to do because they are very bad at getting up. Put an alarm clock which kept on and on for 2 minutes. So you get so irritated and that you fall off your bed. So what is this? This is governance. You set a goal for E, for S, for personal health. You're not going to be able to wake up, but you want to wake up. You then, as a smart person, say, look, I won't be able to do it, but I'll ask someone else to do it for me. And that is how they are connected. So the G comes in to monitor and push E and S and make sure it is functioning, make sure it grows, make sure you are taking more care of environment, more care of society, and by default, more care of ourselves. See, that is the core thing. That is, if you've seen all the examples I've given here, including this one, if you yourself are taking care and remaining healthy, you are doing a contribution to society. An unhealthy individual is a drain on the system. You are going to spend lots of money of your parents. When you grow up, it will be your own. You are going to burden the health system and the doctors. You will deprive someone else who genuinely needs it. Why? Because you are unhealthy. Not because you have a disease, because you have just been lazy. So keeping fit is a social cause. Taking care of your environment is also a social cause, but also an environment cause. And to tie all this thing together, governance. And there are so many other areas in life you can do that. For studies, how do you study? Set a timetable and study on a daily basis. These 3 hours I'll study, these 2 hours I'll play. Right? You call it discipline, but I call it government. When you grow up, you realize it's actually the same. And that is why schools are very particular. Come at one time, wear the same kind of uniform. There is a break at one time, which is 20 minutes, for example. You come back to class. There is a 30 or 35-minute classroom session for a particular subject. Then you go back home at an by time. And we find it very challenging. It's not challenging, it is training you for governance. And only when you are trained for governance, can you contribute to society and environment. Lazy, undisciplined people cannot do any of this. So that is how they are connected. Hope I made some sense to you. And you start focusing more and more on governance, even though you think it may infringe on your life or privacy. Thank you.